Good morning and welcome to Fort Seller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Wednesday yesterday. Today is Thursday, January 6th, 2022, and it is a day 2. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want you to join me in pausing, just like I just did there before, when I wanted to correct the actual year. Sometimes pausing gives us a moment to actually really figure out where we are, right? So let's do that, okay? Let's use our eyes and our ears and our nose and our skin to just notice our environment, find things to be grateful about, and then we'll practice breathing, okay? So let's use our eyes for a moment and just scan your environment. Look for something that catches your eyes. It might be something beautiful, might be something not so beautiful, but whatever it is, just look at it. It might be big, might be small, and just study it, its shape, its colors, where is it in the room, right? And just recognize that you are in the same environment as that item, and now we are present with it. Use your nose and take a breath in and out. And think about what you smell in your environment and what does it remind you of, right? Maybe if you're coming off from the cafeteria or some of the breakfast is wafting over to your room, you might smell something that reminds you of the joys of having breakfast. Okay, so take a breath in and out. Notice that in your environment, there are scents and smells. With your skin, feel what you feel, right? I'm actually sitting in a cold room. My office is actually pretty chilly today. And I know how that feels against my skin. And I also know that my shirt feels soft. I can feel that. I can feel the air, right? So what do you feel with your skin? And finally, just pause quietly. Use your ears. Listen. What do you hear? What sounds are there that you didn't notice until now that you're paying attention? Again, these things are happening right here and right now. Let's go ahead and move on to breathing. Now, I'm going to use the smelling of the flower and the blowing out of the candle. I want to invite you to join along. And whatever you do, just keep paying attention to your breathing. If your brain wanders off to other things, thinking about other things that don't have anything to do with what's going on right here, right now, just be kind and bring it back. All right? Get your body ready. I like to close my eyes. You don't have to. Take that first breath in. And if you are using the flower and the candle, blow out using your mouth. Flicker that candle. Allow your shoulders to relax. Breathe in again. Fill your belly full of air. And breathe out. Breathe in again. And out. The warmness of that breath as you breathe out. Are you noticing that? As you breathe in, notice the coolness of that breath, that air flowing in. Feel your belly. Notice it expanding. And breathe out. And then think about what feelings you've brought to school today. Excitement, anger, frustration. Breathe in. Love, that's a feeling. Breathe out. Whatever feelings you have, just be present with them. Identify them and notice how those feelings make you feel. Breathe in. In other words, don't get too caught up in why you feel angry or sad or frustrated or happy. Breathe out. Just simply notice those feelings and how they make your body feel, how they make your heart and your stomach feel. Breathe in again. And breathe out. And in a moment, as you sit with those feelings, they will pass on and move on in a way that they won't if you were only to push those feelings away. Breathe in. And breathe out. In a moment, you will hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may slowly open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the fort where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not is ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You can go ahead and take a seat. I am so grateful for you. I'm so happy that you've joined me in the Mindful Minute. And I want to remind us that we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, show that you're respectful to yourself as well as to others. Let's be honest, you may like a lot of people, and I would hope that you would love most people just the way they are, but there are people that maybe we just don't get along with. They may even be great people themselves, but somehow you just don't have that chemistry, right? You don't have to like everybody like they're your best friend, but we can respect them, right? You know, our character trait of the month is tolerance, celebrating each other's differences. It starts with respecting that, okay? So find things that you're proud of them for, find things that you find interesting about them, and let them be curious and listen to them when they're talking. Give them props, celebrate their differences. And you know what? You should respect yourself too, right? Do things even when nobody else is looking, but do them because they're the right things to do. And at the end of the day, you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm proud of myself. Our second expectation is being responsible. You can use your hands in hurtful ways, but you can use them in helpful ways. Same thing with the words that come out of your mouth. The way you use your feet, right? The way you run or walk. Probably not running into hallways, but you can control yourself. You can have a responsibility over your feet and make sure that they walk. So be responsible. The other thing, too, about responsibility is maybe you might have made a mistake. We sometimes don't always make the right choices. Maybe you've made a poor decision. Can you get yourself back up and do it right for the rest of the day? There was a couple first graders yesterday. I had to speak to them all at the same table about how they were not being respectful and responsible, ready in the cafeteria during lunch. And from my understanding, all 5 of those students, I gave them a challenge. I said, hey, you have the rest of the day to make it amazing or not, but it's going to be up to you. You're the one who's going to have the responsibility. And I understand that all 5 of those kindergarten students, that class, did a pretty good job in the afternoon. I'm proud of you. That's showing responsibility, which is dusting yourself up and doing the right things, controlling yourself, using responsibility in ways that help the best part of you grow. And finally, show that you're ready. Ready means not giving up, right? So maybe you didn't make the right choices, but guess what? Are you not going to give up? Are you going to allow yourself to pick yourself up and try again and do it better, right? Same thing with learning, just regular math or reading. Maybe reading is hard. Are you going to dust yourself off? Are you going to get back up? Are you going to keep going? You're going to be tough? I think you can. Every single one of you guys, I think, have the ability to be amazing just like that. Now, we have one character trait, as we talked about, which is tolerance. And it's not just tolerating each other's differences, but like I said, I love you just the way you are. And I love you on your own in a way that is so different than the next person, just the way you are. I am celebrating you. I am accepting you. I love the fact that you are you. You're part of our school, and you are your own person, and without you, our school wouldn't feel the same. And that's amazing. And I want you to use your eyes and look around, use your ears and listen, and find people that are amazing. You know, I heard that there was a first grade girl who wrote little cards to kids in her class and just simply said, I love you, or I like you just the way you are. What a cool message. I love that. I hope a lot of you guys will find people and tell them and mean it and say, I love you just the way you are. All right. Can't wait to see you guys around. Have an amazing Thursday.